They told you everything has meaning, that your life matters, that your actions ripple through the world like waves in water. But what if it doesn't? What if it never did? Let me tell you a secret, one that most people aren't brave enough to hear. Nothing you do matters. Not your success, not your pain, not your name, not your legacy. Time will erase everything. You, me, all of us. Eventually, we will be forgotten, swallowed whole by silence. And yet here you are, breathing, struggling, fighting. Why? Because deep inside, there's something that refuses to give in, something that screams when the world tells you to kneel. And here's the twist. If nothing truly matters, then you are finally free. Free from expectation, free from judgment, free from the chains that bind most people to mediocrity. This is where your power begins, not in meaning, but in choice. You choose to win, not because it matters in the grand scheme, but because it makes you dangerous, unstoppable, because it sets you apart from every weak soul that surrendered. The world doesn't reward the good, it rewards the relentless. Those who look into the void and walk forward anyway, not in hope, in will, in domination, in clarity. You think you need a reason to be great? You don't. All you need is the ability to endure the truth that everything you build can fall, so build it anyway. Most people are sleepwalking, pretending they're alive because they follow the rules. They chase comfort, approval, stability. They live as ghosts, haunted by the lie that they matter. You are not like them. You are here listening because something inside you is waking up, something cold, something sharp. You see the truth, and yet you move forward anyway. That makes you a monster to them, a nightmare they can't understand, because while they need purpose to function, you create your purpose, you decide. What's the point of strength, of winning, if we all die? I'll tell you. Because in the brief time we exist, there are those who control and those who are controlled, and I have no interest in being the latter. You want motivation? Stop waiting for it, burn for it, obsess over it, become it. Weaponize your emptiness, turn it into hunger. Let the absence of meaning become the fire that devours your weakness. No one is coming to save you, not God, not fate, not some hero in the night. The only one who can build the life you pretend to want is you. And you will fail, you will break, you will bleed, but you will not stop, because once you've embraced that nothing matters, there is nothing left to fear. You are unchained, no guilt, no shame, no limits, only the will to rise, to conquer, to dominate. You become a storm in a world of still air. You don't need applause. You don't need to be understood. You only need one thing: victory. Because if everything is meaningless, then why not win? Why not become so powerful they have to lie to themselves just to feel safe around you? Why not become the one who bends reality to their will? You have one shot, one life, so burn the map, kill the excuses, shatter the lies, and make your name echo in the silence. This is your invitation to obliterate mediocrity, to devour comfort, to stand over your former self with blood on your hands and say, I killed who I was, so I could become who I must be. So go, destroy your limits, win, not because it matters, but because you decided it would. So you made your choice to fight, to conquer. Now listen close. Every second you spend hesitating is a second wasted by those already moving. They don't wait for permission. They don't beg for meaning. They simply act. And today, that act begins and never ends. Look at your mind. An assembly line of excuses. Not enough time. Not enough talent. Not yet ready. That assembly line must stop. Break it down piece by piece. Identify the weakest part. Cut it out. Replace it with action. Done correctly, your mind becomes a weapon, sharper than any blade. They think kindness is strength. They call cruelty weak. Fools. True strength is ruthless focus. It shows up when everyone sleeps. It trains when everyone plays. It thrives in chaos while they cling to comfort. You are not here to please. You're here to destroy every limit they planted in your head. Or does it matter if you win? No. Because in the end, every crown turns to dust. But your will, your legends, they echo beyond decay. Imagine centuries from now, a faint whisper in the void. They fought anyway. That echo, that is immortality. Get up. No snooze button, no second chances, no sympathy, no comfort. Clean your mind of pity. Sterilize your habits until they become mirror sharp. Then strike, relentless, precise, unstoppable. Pain is not an enemy. It's data. When you feel it, observe it. Where does it burn? What do you learn? Then adapt. Use it. Convert every pang of weakness into fuel for your ascent. You're at the summit you once feared, but the peak moves upward. Always has, always will. That's the nature of true power. It's never static. It demands more, so give it more. Relinquish every trace of good enough. Demand unrivaled. Remember this, the world is nothing. It owes you nothing, but in your hands, in this moment, you hold everything. So go, destroy your limits, win, not because it matters, but because you decided it would. You've stared into your weakness and felt its weight. Now, welcome the burden of strength, because every ounce of pain is a promise. You will become more than you ever believed. When your muscles tremble, when your mind begs for mercy, that's not failure, it's the forge of your will. Use your fear as fuel. Let it course through your veins like acid, corroding every excuse, every doubt, every half-hearted attempt. You are not here to feel safe. You are here to feel alive, and only in the trenches of discomfort will you truly know what you're capable of. At 3 a.m., when the world is still, your greatest battles rage on. That is your arena. You either bow to the shadows of your past, or you cast a new silhouette, towering, unshakable. Choose to stand, choose to fight, choose to become the nightmare they whisper about. Analyze your failures like crime scenes. Pinpoint every moment you retreated. Reconstruct your path to never retreat again. Then, move with surgical precision. Strike first, strike harder. Leave no trace of your former self behind. You look in the mirror each morning, and you see a familiar face. But that face is a lie, a mask you wore to hide your fear. Today, tear it off. Strip away every comfort you've clung to. Reveal the raw will beneath. That will is your true reflection. Beautiful, terrifying, because it no longer pleads for mercy. It demands conquest. Tomorrow is a tyrant. It promises beginnings, but it never arrives. The longer you chase someday, the deeper you bury your potential. This moment is your only battlefield. Strike now. Strike with everything you have. Because the tyranny of tomorrow can only rule the willing. Free yourself, and the future becomes yours. This is your last command. Never relent, never hesitate, never doubt. Because in the end, the world rewards the relentless. So go, become unstoppable, not because it matters, but because you decided it would.